up A Midsummer Night's Dream. Before we get into this world of love, magic, and mayhem, I have a few things to point out. First, in case of an emergency, please proceed in an orderly fashion to the nearest exit. Two exits are the one towards this curtain where you came in, that leads to the hallway and other exits to outside, and the one through this curtain, which leads directly outside. Second, there will be a brief 10-minute intermission. There are restrooms around the corner and across the hall that you can use. Smoking is not permitted in the building, but if you exit the building, it may be hard to get back in. Finally, please silence all electronic devices. We don't want to distract the performers or other audience members. Also, since this is a very small theater, we will know exactly whose phone is going on. Flash photography is not allowed. And that's all I have for you, so sit back, relax, and enjoy A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring another moon. But oh, methinks how slow this old moon wanes.
For day shall quickly sleep in night, for night shall quickly dream away the time. And then the moon, like a silver bow, new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemn chief.
Let's stir the Athenian youth to merriments.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned Duke.
Thanks, good Aegis. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I, with complaint against my child, my daughter, Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander. And my gracious Duke, this maid hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast by moonlight at her window sung, with feigning voice, verses of feigning love, and stolen the impression of her fantasy. With bracelets for thy hair, rings, gods' conceits, knacks, trifles, nosegays, sweetmeats, messengers of strong prevailment and unhardened youth, hast thou filched my daughter's heart, and turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And be it so, she will not before your grace consent to marry with Demetrius. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens, as she is mine, I may dispose of her, which either be to this gentleman or to her death, according to the law immediately provided in that case.
What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid. To you, your father should be as a god, one who composed your beauties, yea, and one to whom you wrote a form in wax by him imprinted, and within his power to leave that figure or disfigure it. Demetrius is worthy of your love.
So is Lysander!
In herself she is, but in this kind, wanting your father's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I would my father looked but with my eyes.
Rather your eyes must with his judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I am made bold, nor how it may concern my modesty in such a presence here to plead my thoughts. But I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death, or to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires, know of your youth, examine well your blood, whether, if you yield not to your father's choice, you can endure the livery of a nun. For I, to live in shady cloister mewed, to live a barren sister all your life, chanting faint hymns the cold, fruitless moon. Thrice blessed they that master so their blood, but earthlier happy as the rose distilled. Than that which, withering on the virgin thorn, grows, lives, and dies in single blessedness.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere I will yield my virgin patent up unto his lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause, and by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me, for everlasting bond of fellowship. Upon that day, either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or else to wed Demetrius, as he would, or on Diana's altar to protest for austerity and single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield thy crazy title to my certain right.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Scornful, Lysander. 'Tis true, he hath my love. And what is mine, my love shall render him. And she is mine, and all my rights of her I do estate unto Demetrius.
I am, my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his, my fortunes in every way as fairly ranked, if not with vantage, than Demetrius. And which is more than all these boasts can bear, I am beloved of the beauteous Hermia. Why should not I then prosecute my right? Demetrius, Alabaster to his head, made love to Nadar's daughter Helena and won her soul, and she, sweet lady, dotes, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess that I have heard so much, and Demetrius thought to have spoke thereof. But being overfull of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. So, Aegeus, come. And come, Demetrius, you shall go with me. I have some private schooling for you both. And you, fair Hermia, look you arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will, lest the law of Athens yield you up, by which no means we may extenuate, to death or to vow of single life. Come, Hippolyta. What cheer, my love? Demetrius and Aegeus, come along.
With duty and desire, we follow you.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
Belike for want of rain, which I could well beteem them from the tempest of my eyes.
I may. For aught that I could ever read, could ever hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth. For either it was different in blood,
Oh, cross! Too high to be enthralled so low.
or else misgrafted in respective years,
Oh, spite! Too old to be engaged to young.
or else it stood upon the choice of friends.
Oh, hell! To choose love by another's eyes.
Or if there were sympathy in choice, war, death, sickness did lay siege to it, making it momentary as sound, swift as shadow, short as any dream, brief as the lightning in the colleague night, that in a spleen unfolds both heaven and earth. And ere a man hath the power to say, behold, the jaws of darkness do devour it up. So quick bright things come to confusion.
If then true lovers have been ever crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny. Then let us teach our trail patience, because it is a customary cross, as due to love as thoughts and dreams and sighs, wishes and tears, poor fancy's followers.
A good persuasion. Therefore, hear me, Hermia. I have a widowed aunt, a dowager of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only heir. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee. And to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me, steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in the wood, a league without the town, where I did meet thee once with Helena to do observances to a morn of May. There I will stay for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by the simplicity of Venus' doves, by that which knitteth souls and prospers loves, and by that fire which burned the Carthage queen when the false Trojan under sail was seen, by all the vows that ever men have broke, in number more than ever women spoke. In that same place thou hast appointed me, tomorrow truly will I meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena, whither away?
Call you me fair? That fair again unsay. Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair. Your eyes are lodestars, and your tongue sweet air, more tunable than lark to shepherd's ear when wheat is green, when hawthorn buds appear. Sickness is catching. Oh, for favor so, yours would I catch, fair Hermia, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye your eye. My tongue should catch your tongue's sweet melody. Were the world mine, Demetrius being baited, the rest I give to be to you translated. Oh, teach me how you look and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius' heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that my smiles could teach your frown such skill.
He gives me curses, yet I give him curses, and he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affection move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty, would that fault were mine.
Take comfort. He no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself will fly this place. Before the time I did Lysander see seemed Athens as a paradise to me. Oh, then what graces in my love do dwell, that she hath turned a heaven unto a hell.
Helen, to you our minds we will unfold. Tomorrow night, when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in the watery glass, decking with liquid pearl the blades of grass, a time lovers' flights doth still conceal. Through Athens' gates have we devised to steal.
And in the wood where often you and I upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet. There my Lysander and myself shall meet. And thence from Athens turn away our eyes to seek new friends and stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow. Pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander. We must starve our sight from lovers' food till morrow deep midnight.
I will, my Hermia. And Helena, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius, dote on you.
How happy some or other some can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she, but what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know. And as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities. Things base and vile, holding no quantity, love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. Nor hath love's mind of any judgment taste, wings that no eyes figure unheedy haste. And therefore is love said to be a child, because in choice he is so oft beguiled, like waggish boys in games themselves forswear, so the boy love is perjured everywhere. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eyne, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine. And when that hail some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. I will tell him of fair Hermia's flight. Then to the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. But herein mean I to enrich my pain, to have his sight thither and back again.
Is all our company here?
You were best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script.
Here is the scroll of every man's name which is thought fit through all Athens to play in our interlude before the Duke and Duchess on his wedding day, at night.
First, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats on, then read the names of the actors, and so grow to a point.
Married. Our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, I assure you, and a merry. Now, good Peter Quince, call forth your actors by the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom, the Weaver.
Ready! Name what part I am for and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
Well, what is Pyramus? A lover? Or a tyrant?
A lover that kills himself, most gallant for love.
That will ask some tears and the true performing of. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storm. I will condole in some measure. Yet, my chief humor is for a tyrant. I could play Hercules rarely, or a part to tear a captain, to make all split. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gate, and Phoebus's car shall shine from afar to make and mar the foolish face. This was lofty. Now name the rest of the players.
Francis.
Oh, that was Hercules' vein? A tyrant's vein. A lover is more condoling.
Francis Flute, the bellows mender.
Here, Peter Quince.
Flute, you must take Thisbe on you.
What is Thisbe? A wandering knight?
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, Faith, let me not play a woman. I have a beard coming.
That's all one. You shall play it in a mask, and you may speak as small as you will.
And I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisbe! Thisbe! Oh, Pyramus! My lover dear! My Thisbe dear! And lady dear!
No! No! You must play Pyramus. And Flute, you Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling, the tailor.
Here, Peter Quince.
Robin Starveling, you will play Thisbe's mother. Tom Snout, the tinker.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Pyramus' father. Myself, Thisbe's father. Snug the joiner, you the lion's part. And I hope here is a play fitted.
Have you the lines part written? Pray you, if it be, give it me, for I'm slow of study.
You may do it extempore, for it is nothing but roaring.
Let me play the lion too. I will roar that I will do any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar that I will make the Duke say, let him roar again, let him roar again.
And you should do it too terribly. You would fright the Duchess and the ladies that they would shriek, and that were enough to hang us all.
That would hang us, every mother's son.
I grant you, friends, that if we should fright the ladies out of their wits, they would have no more discretion but to hang us all. But I will aggravate my voice so that I will roar you as gently as for any nightingale. I will roar you as gently as for any sucking dove. Roar!
No! You must play Pyramus. For Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a proper man as one shall see in a summer's day, a most lovely, gentlemanlike man. Therefore, you must needs play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it. What beard were I best to play it in?
Why, what you will.
I will discharge it in either your straw color beard, or your orange tawny beard, or your purple and grain beard.
But, masters, here are your parts, and I am to entreat you, request you, and desire you to come in by tomorrow night and meet me in the palace wood, a mile without the town. There will we rehearse, for if we meet in the city, we will be dogged with company and our devices known. In the meantime, I will draw a bill of property such as our play wants. I pray you, fail me not.
We will meet there, and there we may rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect, adieu.
At the Duke's Oak we meet.
And now, hold or cut bowstrings.
Spirit, whither wander you?
Over hill, over dale, through bush, through briar, over park, over pale, through flood, through fire. I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's sphere, and I serve the fairy queen to do her orbs upon the green. In their cowslips tall her pensioners be, in their gold coast spots you see, those be rubies, fairy favors, to lift their freckles upon their sabers. I must go seek some dewdrops here, and hang a pearl in every cowslip's ear. Farewell, thou lava spirits, I'll be gone. Our queen and all her elves come here and on.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen not come within his sight. For Oberon is passing fell and wrath, because that she, as her attendant, hath a lovely boy stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling, and jealous Oberon would have the child, knight of his train, to trace the forest wild. But she perforce withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers, and makes him all of her joy. And now they never meet in grove or green, by fountain clear or spangled starlight sheen. But they do square that all their elves for fear creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Either I mistake your shape in making quite, or else you are that rude and knavish sprite, called Robin Goodfellow, are not you she, that frights the maidens of the villagery? Skim milk and sometimes labor in the kern, and bootless make the breathless huswife churn. And sometimes the drink to bear no barm, mislead night wanderers laughing at their harm. Those that hobgoblin and call you sweet puck, you do their work and they shall have good luck. Are not you she?
Thou speakest all right. I'm that merry wanderer of the night. I jest you Oberon and make him smile, when I am fastened mean-fed horse beguile, nay, in likeness of a filly foe. And sometimes their guy in a gossip's bowl, in very likeness of a roasted crab, and on her lips I bob, and on her withered dewlap pour the ale. The wisest aunt, telling the saddest tale, sometime for 3-foot stool mistaketh me. Then slip I from her bum, and down topples she, and Taylor cries and falls into a cup. And then the whole choir holds their hips and laugh, and wax it in their mirth and ease and swear. A merrier hour was never wasted there. But Ruth Fairy, here comes Oberon.
And here my mistress, would that you were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What, jealous Oberon?
Fairies, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and
Oh,
company.
tarry, rash wanton, am not I thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. But never, since the middle summer spring, met we on hill, in dale, forest, or mead, by paven fountain or by rushy brook, or in the beached margin of the sea, to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind. But with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. And through this distemperature, we see the seasons alter. Hoary-headed frost fall in the fresh lap of the crimson rose, and an old hime's thin and icy crown, an odorous chaplet of sweet summer buds is, as in mockery, set. Spring, summer, childling autumn, and angry winter change their wonted liveries, and the mazed world by their increase now knows not which is which. And this same progeny of evils comes from our debate, our dissension. We are their parents and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland lies not the child of me. His mother was a votress of my order, and her, being mortal, of that boy did die. And for her sake I do rear up the boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day. If you will patiently dance in a round and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare your haunts.
Give me the boy and I'll go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies, away. We will chide downright if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle Puck, come hither. Thou rememberest that very time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid all armed. A certain Ames he took a fair vestal throned by the west, and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow, as it should pierce 100,000 hearts. But I might see young Cupid's fiery shaft quenched in the chaste beams of the watery moon, and the imperial voters pass it on in maiden meditation, fancy-free. Yet marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon this little western flower, before milk white, now purple, with love's wound, and maidens call it love in idleness. Fetch me this flower, the herb I showed thee once. The juice of it on sleeping eyelids laid will make or man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb, and be thou here again ere the Leviathan consume a league.
I'll put a girdle around the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she's asleep and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing she, waking, looks upon, be it on lion, bear, wolf, or bull, on meddling monkey or on busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I can't take it with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not.
So who comes here? I'm invisible, and I will overhear their conference.
Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll stay, and the other stayeth me. Thou toldst me there was stone unto this wood, and here am I and wood within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence, get thee gone, and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant, and yet you draw not iron, for my heart is true as steel. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather do I not in plainest truth tell you I do not, nor I cannot love you?
And even for that do I love you the more. I am your spaniel, and Demetrius, the more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Use me but as your spaniel. Spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me, only give me leave, unworthy as I am, to follow you. What worser place can I beg of in your love, and yet a place of such high respect for me, than to be used as you use your dog?
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I'm sick when I look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much, to leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not, to trust the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of a desert place, with the rich worth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege, for that it is not night when I do see your face. Therefore I think I am not in the night. Nor doth this wood lack worlds of company, for you in my respect are all the world. Then how can it be said I am alone when all the world is here to look on me?
I'll run from thee, and hide me in the brakes, and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
The wildest have not such a heart as you! Run when you will, the story shall be changed. Apollo flies, and death beholds the tricks. The vile hind makes speed to catch a tiger. Bootless speed when cowardice pursues and valor flies.
I will not stay thy questions. Let me go! Or if thou follow me, do not believe that I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
I, the temple and the town, the field, you do me mischief. Fie, Demetrius! Your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love as men may do. We should be wooed, and we're not made to woo. I'll follow thee, and make heaven of hell to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph. Ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Hast thou the flower there? Welcome, wanderer.
Aye, there it is.
I pray thee, give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where oxlips and the nodding violet grows quite over canopy, with luscious woodbine, with sweet musk roses, and with eglantine. There sleeps Titania sometime in the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and delight. There the snake throws her enameled skin, weed wide enough to wrap a fairy in. And with the juice of this, I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it, and seek through this grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it, and the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the ones by the Athenian garments they have on. Infect it with some care, that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. And look thou, meet me here ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so.
Come, now a roundel and a fairy song. Then, for the third part of a minute hence, some kill cankers in the musk rose buds. Some war with the rare mice for their leathern wings to make my small elves coats. And some keep back the clamorous owl that nightly hoots and wonders at our quaint spirits. Sing me now to sleep, then to your offices and let me rest.
Say
one aloof, stand sentinel.
What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. Love and languish for their sake, be it ouse, or cat, or bear, pard or boar with bristled hair. In thy eye that shall appear, when thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Wandering in the wood, and to speak troth, I forgot our way. We'll rest us, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander. I'll find you out of bed, for I upon this bank will rest my head.
One turf, so sure is pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms and one trough.
Nay, good Lysander. For my sake, my dear, lie further off yet. Do not lie so near.
Take the sense, sweet, of my innocence. Love takes the meaning in love's conference. I mean to say that my heart unto yours is knit, so that one heart we can make of it. Two bosoms interchained with an oath, so then two bosoms and a single troth. Then by your side no bedroom me deny, for lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily. Now, much beshrew my manners and my pride if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied. But, gentle friend, for love and courtesy lie further off in human modesty. Such separation as may well be said becomes a virtuous lover and a maid. So far be distant. And good night, sweet friend. Thy love ne'er alter till thy sweet life end.
Amen. Amen to that fair prayer, say I, and end life when I end loyalty. Here's my bed. Sleep give thee all his rest.
With half that wish, the wisher's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest have I gone, but Athenian found I none, on whose eyes I might approve of this flower's force and stirring love. Night and silence. Who is here?
Weeds of Athens she doth wear. This is she, my master said, despises the Athenian maid. And hear the maiden, sleeping sound on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she durst not lie near this lack love, this kill courtesy. Churl upon thy eyes I throw, all the power this charm doth owe. When thou wakest, let love forbid, sleep a seat on thy eyelid. So awake when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon.
Stay, thou comest, sweet Demetrius.
I charge thee hence, and do not haunt me thus.
Oh, wilt thou darkling leave me? Do not so.
Stay on thy peril. I alone will go.
Oh, I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia wheresoe'er she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears, if so my eyes are oftener washed than hers. No. No, I am as ugly as a bear, for beasts that meet me run away for fear. Therefore no marvel though Demetrius do as a monster fly my presence thus. What wicked and dissembling glass of mine made me compare to Hermia's fiery eyne? But who is here? Lysander? On the ground. Dead or asleep, I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good friend, awake!
And run through fire I would, for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows art that through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword!
Do not say so! Lysander, say not so. What though he love your Hermia, Lord, what though? Yet Hermia still loves you. Then be content.
Content with Hermia? No. I do repent the tedious minutes I with her have spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love, who would not change a raven for a dove. The will of man is by his reason swayed, and reason says that you are the worthier maid. Things growing are not ripe until their season, so I, being young, till now ripe not to reason, and touching now the point of human skill, reason becomes the marshal to my will and leads me to your eyes, where I overlook love's stories written in love's richest book.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? Is it not enough? Is it not enough, Lysander, that I did never, no, nor never can deserve a sweet look from Demetrius' eye? Yet you must flout my insufficiency? Good troth, you do me wrong. Good sooth you do, in such disdainful manner me to woo. But fare you well. Perforce I must confess I thought you filled with more true gentleness. Oh, that a lady of a man refused should of another be abused.
She sees not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayest thou come Lysander near. For, as a surfeit of the sweetest things, the deepest loathing to the stomach brings, and as the heresies that men did leave are hated most by those they did deceive, so thou, my surfeit, and my heresy, of all be hated. The most of me, and all my powers, address your love and might, to honor Helen and be her knight. Help me, Lysander, help me! Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast. Ay me, for pity! Oh, what a dream was here! Oh, Lysander, look how I do quake with fear! Methought a serpent ate my heart away, and you sat smiling at his cruel prey. Lysander! What, removed? Lysander, love! What, out of hearing? Gone? No sound, no word? Like, where are you? Speak, and if you hear, speak of all loves! I swoon almost with fear. No? Then I well perceive you are not nigh. Either death or you will fight immediately.
Are we all met?
Ha! And here's a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage, this hawthorn brake, our tiring house, and we will do it in action as we will do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince!
What sayest thou, bully bottom?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, it says here that Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
Fire Lakin, per this fear. I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say that we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And for the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This will put them out of fear.
Well, we will have such a prologue, and it shall be written in 8 and 6.
No, let it be 2 more. Let it be written in 8 and 8.
Will not the ladies be afeared of a lion? I fear it! I promise you.
Oh, masters, to bring in, God shield us, a lion among ladies is a most dreadful thing. For there is not a more fearful wild fowl than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Therefore, another prologue must tell that he is not a lion.
Nay, you must name his name, and half his face must be seen through the lion's neck, and he himself must speak through, saying thus, or to the same defect thus, ladies, or fair ladies, I would wish you, or I would request you, not to fear, not to tremble, my life for yours, if you think I am come hither as a lion, it were pity on my life. No, I am no such thing. I am a man, as other men are, and there indeed, let him name his name and tell them plainly he is Snug the Joiner.
Well, it shall be so. But there is 2 hard things. That is, to bring the moonlight into a chamber, for Pyramus and Thisbe must meet by moonlight. Doth the moon shine the night your player play?
A calendar! A calendar! Look in the almanac! Find out moonshine! Find out moonshine!
Do you have a calendar?
Do you have a calendar?
Yes! Sir. It doth shine that night.
Why, then you may leave a casement of the great chamber window where we play open, and there the moon may shine in at the casement.
Or else one must come in with a lantern and a bush of thorn and say he comes to disfigure or to present the person in moonshine. Then there is another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber, for Pyramus and Thisbe, says the story, did talk through the chink of a wall. You can never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Why, some man or other must present wall. And let him have some plaster, or some loam, or some rough cast about him to signify wall. And let him hold his fingers thus, and through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
If that may be, then all is well. Come, sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin. When you've spoken into your speech, enter into that break, and so everyone according to his cue.
What hepid homespuns have we swaggering here? So near the cradle of the fairy queen. What a play toward? I'll be an auditor. An act or 2, perhaps, if I see cause.
Speak, Pyramus. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savors sweet.
Odors! Odors!
Odors savor sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe, dear. But hark! A voice! Stay thou here but a while, and by I will to thee appear.
A stranger Pyramus and hair played here.
Must I speak now? Aye, marry, must you, for you must understand he goes but to see a noise that he heard and is to come again.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily white and hued.
Of color like the red rose, triumphant briar, as true as truest horse that yet would never tire. I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
Ninus, too. Man, why, you must not speak that yet. That you answer to Pyramus. You speak all your part at once, cues and all. Pyramus, enter! Your cue is past, it is never tire!
As truest horse that yet would never tire.
If I were fair Thisbe, did they run from me? This is a knavery of them, to make me afeard.
Sometime a horse, sometime a hound, a hog, a headless bear, sometime a fire.
Oh, what a bird chase! What a shove!
What do you see in me? You see an asshead of your own, do you?
And neigh and bark and grunt and roar and burn like horsehound, hog, bear, fire at every turn.
Roar! Bless thee, bottom, bless thee, thou art translated!
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me. To fright me, if they could. But I will not stir from this place. I will walk up and down here, and I will sing, to show them I am not afeard. Meow, so cock, so black of you, with orange toddy bill, the throstle with his note so true, the wren with his little quill,
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
the finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plain song cuckoo gray, the finch's note full many a man doth bark, and dare not answer me. For who indeed would give a lie to so foolish a bird? Who would set his win against a bird, though he cry cuckoo never so?
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored thy note. So is mine eye much enthralled thy shape. And thy fair virtue's force perforce doth move me to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason to say so. But to speak the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. Nay, I can gleek upon occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Oh, not so neither, but if I had enough witch to get out of this wood, I had enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my state, and I do love with thee. Therefore, go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee, and fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while on pressed flowers thou dost sleep. And I will purge thy mortal grossness so, that like an airy spirit thou shalt go. Peace blossom, cobweb, moat, mustard seed, ready, and I,
And I. And I.
where shall we go? Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gambol in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries. The honey bags steal from the humble bees. And as the night tapers crop their waxen thighs and light them on fiery glowworms' eyes, have my love to bed and to arise, and pluck the wings from painted butterflies, to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Nod to him, elves, do him courtesies.
Hail, mortal.
Hail, hail, hail.
I cry your worship's mercy. I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
I shall desire you of more acquaintance, good master Cobweb. If I cut my finger, I shall make bold with you. Your name, honest gentleman.
Peace blossom.
Please, commend me to Master Peace God, your father, and to Mr. Squash, your mother. I shall desire you of more acquaintance too, good Master Peace Blossom. Your name, I beseech you, sir.
Mustard seed.
Oh, good Master Mustard Seed, that same cowardly, giant-like oxbeef hath devoured many a gentleman of your house. I promise you, your kindred hath made my eyes water ere now. I shall desire you of more acquaintance too, good Master Mustard Seed.
Come, lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye, and when she wakes, weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my lover's tongue. Beat him silently.
How now, mad spirit? What night will now about this haunted grove?
My mistress with a monster is in love! Near to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals, who worked for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play, intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. The shallow Sixian of that barren sort, who peer mispresented in that barren sort, forsook his scene and entered in a break. And when I did him at this advantage take, an ass's null I fixed it on his head. Anon as Thisbe must be answered, and forth my mimic comes, when they him spy, so at his sight his fellows fly. And at our stamp when our one falls, he murder cries and help from Athens calls. I led them on in this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there, when in that moment, so it came to pass, Titania waked, and straightway loved an ass!
This spells out better than I could devise! But hast thou yet latched the Athenians' eyes with the love juice as I did bid thee do?
I took them sleeping, that is finished too, and the Athenian woman alongside, that when she waked, a force she must be eyed.
Stand close! This is the same Athenian!
This is the woman, but not this the youth.
Oh, why rebuke you him that loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I but chide! But I should use thee worse, for thou I fear hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in her sleep, being o'ershoes in blood, plunge in the deep and kill me too. The sun was not so true unto the day as she to me. Would she have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? I'll believe as soon this whole earth may be bored, and that the moon may through the center creep, and so displease her brother's noontide with antipathies. It cannot be, but thou hast murdered her. So should a murderer look, so dead, so grim.
So should the murdered look, and so should I, pierced through the heart with your stern cruelty. Yet you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear, as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is she? Ah, good Demetrius, wilt thou give her me?
I had rather give her carcass to my hounds.
Out, dog! Out, cur! Thou drivest me past the bounds of maiden's patience. Hast thou slain her then? Henceforth being never numbered among men. Oh, once tell true even for my sake. Durst thou have looked upon her being awake? And hast thou killed her sleeping? Oh, brave touch! Could not a worm, an adder, do so much? An adder did it, for with doubler tongue than thine, thou serpent, never adder stung.
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is she dead, for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee tell me then that she is well.
And if I could, what should I get there for?
The privilege never to see me more. And from thy hated presence part I so. See me no more, whether she be dead or no.
There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, for a while I will remain. So sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow. For debts that bankrupt sleep doth sorrow owe. Which now in some slight measure it will pay, if for his tender ear I make some stay.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love sight. Of thy misprision must perforce ensue some true love turn, and not a false turn true.
Then fate rules that one man holding troth, a million fail, compounding oath and oath.
About the wood go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou find.
Oh, fancy sick she is, and pale of cheer, with sighs of love that cost the fresh blood dear.
By some illusion, see thou bring her here. I'll charm his eyes against she do appear.
I go. I go. Look how I go. Swifter than an arrow from the Tartar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sink in apple of his eye. When his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand aside, the noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Then will two at once be one, that must needs be sport alone, and those things best do please me that befall preposterously.
Why? Should you think I should woo in scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look! When I vow, I weep, and vow so born in this nativity all truth appears. Why should these things in me seem scorn to you, bearing the badge of faith to prove them true?
You do advance your cunning more and more. When truth kills truth, oh devilish holy fray. These vows are Hermia's. Will you give her or? Weigh oath with oath and you will nothing weigh. Your vows to her and me, put in two scales, will even weigh and both as light as tails.
I had no judgment lent to her, I swore.
Nor none in my mind, now you give her or.
Demetrius loves her, he loves not you.
Oh, Helen. Perfect, divine. To what, my love, shall I compare thine eyne? Crystal is muddy. Oh, how ripe in show thy lips, those kissing cherries tempting grow. That pure congealed white, high Taurus snow, fanned with the eastern wind, turns to a crow when thou holdst up thy hand. Oh, let me kiss this princess of pure white, this seal of bliss.
Oh, spite. Oh, hell! I see. You all are bent to set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. Can you not hate me? As I know you do, but you must join in souls to mock me too. If you were true, as true you are in show, you would not use a gentle lady so to vow and swear and superpraise my parts, when I am sure you hate me with your hearts. You both are rivals, and love Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena. A trim exploit, a manly enterprise to conjure tears up in a poor maid's eyes with your derision. None of noble sort would so offend a virgin and extort a poor soul's patience, all to make you sport.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so, for you love Hermia. This you know I know. And here, with all goodwill, with all my heart, in Hermia's love, I yield you up my part. And yours of Helena to me bequeath, whom I do love and will do until my death.
Never mock and waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia. I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her but as guest-wise sojourned. Now to Helen is it home returned, there to remain.
Helen, it is not so.
Disparage not the faith thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thou abide it, dear. Look where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
Dark night that from the eye his function takes, the ear more quick of apprehension makes. Wherein it doth impair the seeing sense, it pays the hearing double recompense. Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander, found. My ear, I thank it, brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Why should she stay, whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love, that would not let her bide. Fair Helen, who more engilds the night than all yon fiery O's and eyes of light. Why seekest thou me? Could not this let thee know that hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think. It cannot be.
Love! She is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia! Most ungrateful maid, have you conspired, have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? Is all the counsel that we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours that we have spent when we have chid the hasty-footed time for parting us, oh, is all forgot? The school days' friendship, childhood innocence, and will you rent our ancient love asunder to join with them in scorning your poor friend? It is not friendly, 'tis not maidenly. Our sex, as well as I, will chide you for it, though I alone will feel the injury.
I am amazed at your words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysander, as in scorn, to follow me and praise my eyes and face, and made your other love, Demetrius, who even but now did spurn me with his foot, to call me goddess, nymph, divine and rare, precious, celestial? Wherefore says he this to her he hates? And wherefore doth Lysander deny your love, so rich within her soul, and tender me, forsooth, affection, but by your setting on, by your consent? What though I be not so in grace as you, so hung upon love, so fortunate, but miserable most, to love unloved? This you should pity rather than despise.
I understand not what you mean by this.
Oh, I do! Persever counterfeit sad looks, make mouths upon me when I turn my back, wink each at other, hold the sweet jest up. This sport, well carried, shall be chronicled. If you had any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. Fare you well. 'Tis partly mine own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy. Stay!
Gentle Helena, hear my excuse. My love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent.
Sweet, do not scorn her so.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreats. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, I love thee. By my life I do. I swear by that which I will lose for thee to prove him false that says I love thee not.
I say I love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come!
Lysander! Where'd you tinsel this? Hang off! Thou cat! Thou bird! Wild thing, let loose or I will shake thee from me like a serpent! Why are you grown so rude?
What changes this, sweet love?
Thy love? Out! Loathed medicine, oh hated potion hence!
Do you not jest?
Yes, sooth, and so do you.
What? Should I hurt her? Strike her? Kill her dead? Although I hate her, I will not harm her so.
What? Can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me? Wherefore? Me, what news, my love? Am not I Hermia? Are not you Lysander? I am as fair now as I was erewhile, since night you loved me. Yet since night you left me. Why then, you left me. Oh, the gods forbid. In earnest, shall I say?
I, by my life, and never did desire to see thee more. Therefore be out of hope, of question, of doubt. Be certain nothing truer. 'Tis no jest that I do hate thee. Love, Helena.
Oh, me! You juggler! You canker motive, you thief of love! What have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from her?
Find it, Faith. Have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What, will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, Fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you!
Puppet? Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Now I perceive that she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height forsooth, she hath prevailed with her. And are you grown so high in her esteem? How low am I, thou painted maple? Me! How low am I? I am not yet so low but that my nails can reach unto thine eye!
Break you! Now you mock me, gentle friends! Let her not hurt me! I was never cursed! I have no gift at all of shrewishness! I am a right made for my cowardice! Let her not strike me! You may perhaps think, because she is something lower than myself, that I can match her.
Lower! Hark! Again!
Good Hermia! Do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia. Did ever keep your counsel, never wronged you. Save that in love unto Demetrius I told him of your stealth into this wood. He followed you, in love I followed him. But he hath chid me hence, and threatened me to spurn me, strike me, nay, to kill me too. And now, so you will let me quiet go. To Athens will I bear my folly back, and follow you no further. Let me go. You see how simple and how fond I am.
Why get you gone? Who is it that hinders you?
A foolish heart that I leave here behind.
What, with Lysander?
With Demetrius.
Be not afraid! She shall not harm thee, Helena.
No, ma'am, she shall not, though you take her part.
Oh, when she is angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when we went to school. And though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little again! Nothing but low and little! Why will you suffer her to flout me thus? Let me come to her!
You gone! You toad! You minimus of hindering not grass made! You bead! You acorn!
You are too officious in her behalf that scorns your services. Let her alone. Speak not of Helena, take not her part. For if thou dost intend never so little show of love to her, thou shalt abide.
Now she holds me not! Now follow, if thou darest, to see if whose right, of thine or mine, is most in Helena.
Follow. Nay, I'll go with thee. Cheek by jowl.
You, mistress, all this coil is long of you. Nay, go not back.
I will not trust you. I nor longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands may be quicker than mine for a fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away.
I am amazed and know not what to say.
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakest, or else committest thy knaveries willfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did you not tell me I should know the two by the Athenian garments they had on? And so far blameless proves my enterprise that I have anointed an Athenian's eyes. And so far glad am I it did so sort as this their jangling I esteem a sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. I, therefore, Robin, overcast the night. The starry well can cover thou anon with drooping fog as black as Acheron, and lead these testy rivals so astray as one come not within another's way, till o'er their brows death counterfeiting sleep, with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep. Then crush this herb into Lysander's eye, whose liquor hath this virtuous property, to take from thence all error with her might, and make her eyeballs roll with wonted sight. When they next wake, all this derision shall seem a dream and fruitless vision. Whilst I in this affair do thee employ, I'll to my queen,
and beg her Indian boy. Then I will her charming eye release from monster's view, and all things shall be peace.
My fairy king, this must be done with haste, for night's swift dragon cuts the clouds full fast. And yonder shines Aurora's harbinger, at whose approach ghosts wandering here and there to home to churchyards. Damned spirits all that in crossways and floods have burial, already to the roomy beds have gone, for fearless they shall look their shames upon. They willfully themselves exile from light, and must for aye consort with black-browed night.
We are spirits of another sort. I with the morning's love have oft made sport, and, like a forester, the groves may tread, even till the eastern gate, all fiery red. Opening on Neptune with fair blessed beams, turned into yellow gold his salt green streams. But notwithstanding, haste, make no delay. We may effect this business yet ere day.
Up and down, I will lead them up and down. I am feared and feel in town, come and lead them up and down.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius?
Here comes one.
Speak thou now!
Here, villain, drawn and ready, where art
I will
thou?
be with thee straight!
Follow me then to plainer ground.
Lysander, speak again. Thou runaway, thou coward, speak! In some bush? Where dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward, art thou bragging to stars, telling the bushes that thou look'st for wars, and wilt not come? Come, recreant, come, thou child. I'll whip thee with a rod. He's defiled that draws a sword on thee.
Yea, art thou there?
Follow my voice, we'll try no manhood here.
He goes before me and still dares me on. I come where he calls, then he is gone. This villain is much lighter heeled than I. I followed fast, but faster did he fly. That fallen am I, in a dark, uneven way, and here will rest me. Come, thou gentle day, for if but once show me thy gray light, I'll find Demetrius and revenge this spite.
Ho, coward, why comest thou not?
Bide me, if thou darest. For well I wot thou runn'st before me, shifting every place, and darest not stand nor look me in the face. Where art thou now?
Come hither, I am here.
Nay, then, thou mock'st me. Thou shalt bide this dear if ever I thy face by daylight see. Now go thy way. Faintness constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed. My day's approach, look to be visited.
Oh, weary night! Oh, long and tedious night, abate thy hours. Shine, comforts from the east, that guide me back to Athens by daylight from these that my poor company detest. And sleep, that sometimes shuts up sorrow's eye, steal me a while from mine own company.
Yet but three, come one more, two of both pairs makes up four. Here she comes, cursed and sad, Cupid is a knavish lad, thus to make poor females mad.
Never so weary, never so in woe, bedabbled with the dew and torn with briars. I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here will I rest me until the break of day. Heaven shield Lysander if they mean a fray.
On the ground, Sleep sound. I'll apply to your eye, gentle lover, remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye. And the country proverb known in your waking shall be shown. Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill. The man shall have his mare again, and all shall be well.
Come, sit thee down upon this flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sleek, smooth head, and kiss thy fair, large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Peace Blossom?
Ready?
Scratch my head, Peace Blossom. Where's Monsieur Cobweb?
Ready?
Monsieur Cobweb, good monsieur, kill me a red-hipped humblebee on top of the thistle, and, good monsieur, bring me the honey bag. Where's Monsieur Mustard Seed?
Ready? What's your will?
Only to help Moat and Peace Blossom scratch. Oh, methinks I must to the barber's, for I am marvels hairy about the face. And I am such a tender ass, as my face do but tickle me, I must scratch. Ugh.
Say, sweet love, what thou desirest to eat?
Truly a peck of provender. I could munch your good, dry oats. I have a great desire to a bottle of hay. Good hay, sweet hay hath no fellow.
I have a venturous fairy that can seek out the squirrel's hoard and fetch thee new nuts.
Methinks I would rather have a handful or two of dried peas. I pray you let none of your people stir me. I have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Sleep now, and I will wind thee in my arms. Fairies, be gone, and be always away. So doth the woodbine and sweet honeysuckle gently entwist, the female ivy so enrings the barky fingers of the elm. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee.
Aww. Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? Don't you now I do begin to pity. I did upbraid her and fall out with her, and she, in mild terms, begged my patience. I then did ask of her changeling child. And now I have the boy. I will undo this hateful imperfection on her eyes. And, good Puck, take this transformed scalp from off the head of this Athenian swain, that he, waking when the other do, may all to Athens back again repair, and think no more of this night's accidents, but as the fierce vexation of a dream. But first, I will release the fairy queen. Be as thou wast wont to be, see as thou wast wont to see. Dian's bud or Cupid's flower hath such force and blessed power. Now, my Titania, wake you, my sweet queen.
My Oberon, what visions have I seen? Methought I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love.
How came these things to pass? Oh, how mine eyes do loathe his visage now.
Oh, silence a while, and Robin, take off this head.
Music, oh, music, such as charmeth sleep.
Now when thou wakest, let thine own fool's eyes peep.
Come, my queen, take hands with me, and rock the ground whereon these sleepers be. Now thou and I are new in amity. Will tomorrow midnight solemnly dance in Duke Theseus' house triumphantly, and blessed to all fair prosperity. There shall the pairs of faithful lovers be wedded with Theseus all in jollity.
My fairy king, attend and mark, I do hear the morning lark.
We the globe can compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
We will, my queen, up to the mountain's top, and mark the musical confusion of hounds that echo in conjunction.
I was with Hercules and Cadmus once in the wood of Crete, when they bayed the bear with hounds in Sparta. I never heard so musical a discord. Such sweet thunder.
My hounds are bred of the Spartan kind, judge when you hear. But soft, what nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter here, asleep. This Lysander, this Demetrius, this Helena, Holt Nadar's Helena. I wonder if they're being here together.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rite of May, and, hearing of our intent, came here in grace of our solemnities. But speak, Aegeus, was not this the day Hermia should give answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Go, bid the huntsmen wake them with their horns. Good morrow, friends. St. Valentine is past. Begin ye woodbirds with a couple now.
Pardon, my lord.
I pray you all, stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How comes this gentle concord in the world? That hatred is so far from jealousy to sweep by hate and fear no enmity.
My lord, I shall reply amazedly, half asleep, half waking. But as yet, I swear I cannot truly say how I came here. But I think, for truly what I speak, and now I do bethink me, so it is, I came here with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone from Athens, where we might without the peril of Athenian law.
Enough! Enough. I pray you, my lord, you've heard enough. Beg the law upon their head. They would have stolen away. They would, Demetrius, thereby to have defeated you and me. You of your wife, and me of my consent. My consent that she should be your wife.
My lord, fair Helen told me of their step, of this their purpose hither to this wood, and I in fury hither followed them, fair Helena in fancy following me. But, my good lord, I would not by what power, by some power it is, my love to Hermia melted as the snow. Seems to me now as the remembrance of an idol god which in my childhood I did dote upon. And all the faith, the virtue of my heart, the object and pleasure of mine eye is only Helena. To her, my lord, was I betrothed ere I saw Hermia, and like a sickness did I loathe this food. But, as in health, come to my natural taste. Now I do wish it, love it, long for it, and will forevermore be true to it.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. Aegeus. I will overbear your will. For in the temple, by and by, with us, these lovers shall eternally be knit. And for the morning now is something worn. Our purpose something shall be set aside. Away with us to Athens, 3 and 3. We'll hold a feast in great solemnity.
Are you sure that we are awake? It seems to me that yet we sleep, we dream. Do not you think the Duke was here and bid us follow him?
Yea, and my father.
And Hippolyta, and he did bid us follow to the temple.
Why then, we are awake. Let's follow him. And by the way, let us recount our dreams.
like you comes, call me, and I will answer. My next is most fair Pyramus. Hey ho! Peter Quince! Flute! The bellows mender! Snout! The tinker! Starveling! God's my life, stolen hence and left me asleep. I have had a most rare vision. I have had a dream past the wit of man to say what dream it was. Methought I was, and methought I had, but man is a patched fool if he will offer to say what methought I had. I will get Peter Quince to write a ballad of this dream. It shall be called Bottom's Dream.
Have you sent to Bottom's house? Is he come home yet? He cannot be heard of. I have doubt news transported.
He come not, and the play is marred. Goes not forth, doth it?
It is impossible. You have not a man in all Athens able to discharge Pyramus but he.
Masters, the Duke is coming from the temple, and there are 2 or 3 lords and ladies more married. If our sport had gone forward, we'd all been made men.
Oh, sweet holy Bottom! Thus hast he thus 6 pence a day during his life. He could not escape 6 pence a day, and the Duke had not given him 6 pence a day for playing Pyramus. I'll be hanged. He would have deserved it. 6 pence a day in Pyramus or nothing.
Where are these lads? What are these hearts?
Bottom! Almost courageous day, almost happy hour.
Masters, I am to discourse wonders.
Let us hear, sweet Bottom.
Not a word of me. All that I have to say is, every man look o'er his part. For the short and the long is, our play is preferred. And most dear actors, eat no onions nor garlic, for we are to utter sweet breath. And I have no doubt but to hear them say it is a most sweet comedy.
1, 2, 3, woo!
No more words, away, go away.
years, full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends, joy and fresh days of love accompany your hearts.
More than to us. Wait in your royal walks, your board, your bed.
Come now, what masks, what dances are at hand? How shall we pass the time, if not with some delight? Oh, Aegeus.
Here, mighty Theseus.
Say, what abridgments have you for this evening? What masks, what music? How shall we beguile the lazy time?
Here's a brief how many sports are. Make choice what your highness will see first.
Ooh, a tedious, brief scene of a young Pyramus and his love Thisbe. Very tragical in birth, merry and tragical, tedious and brief. That is hot, it's in wondrous strange snow. How shall we find the concord of this discord?
A play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I have known a play. But my 10 words, my lord, it is too long, which makes it tedious. For in all the play there's not one word apt, one player fitted. And tragical it is, my noble lord, for Pyramus therein doth kill himself, which, when I saw rehearsed, I must confess, made mine eyes water. But more merry tears, the passion of loud laughter never shed.
What are they that do play it?
Hard-handed men that work in Athens here, but have never labored in their minds till now, and have toiled their unbriefed memories for the same play up against your nuptial.
I will hear this play. For never anything can be amiss when simpleness and duty tender it.
So please your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Let him approach.
If we offend, it is with our goodwill, that you should think we come not to offend, but with goodwill. To show our simple skill, that is the true beginning of our end. Consider then, we come but in despite. We do not come as minding to content you, our true intent is. All for your delight we were not here. That you should hear repent you, the actors are at hand, and by their show you shall know all you are like to know.
This fellow does not stand upon points.
He hath raised the prologue like a rough colt. He knows not to stop. Tis a good moral, my lord. 'Tis not enough to speak, but to speak true.
Indeed, he hath played the prologue like a child in a recorder, a sound, but not in government.
His speech was like a tangled chain, nothing impaired, but all disordered. Who is next?
Gentles, perchance you wonder at this show, but wonder on till truth make all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you would know. This beauteous lady, Thisbe is certain. This man with lime and rough cast doth present wall, never mind the wall which did these lovers sunder. And through walls chink, poor souls, they are content to whisper. Hath the witch, let no man wonder. This man with lantern, dog, and bush of thorn presenteth moonshine, for, if you would know, by moonshine did these lovers think no scorn, to meet at Ninus' tomb, there to woo. This grisly beast, which Lion hight by name, the trusty Thisbe, coming first by night, did scare away, or rather did affright. And as she fled, her mantle she did fall, which Lion vile with bloody mouth did stain. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, to find his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain. Whereat, with bloody, blameful blade, he bravely broached his boiling, bloody breast. And Thisbe, tarrying in mulberry shade, his dagger drew and died. For all the rest, let lion, moonshine, wall, and lovers twain at large discourse, while here they do remain.
I wonder if the lion be to speak.
No wonder, my lord. One lion may, when many asses do.
In this same interlude, it doth befall that I, one snout by name, present a wall. And such a wall as I would have you think that had in it a crannied hole or chink, through which the lovers, Pyrrhus and Thisbe, whisper often, very secretly, this lump, this rough cast, and the stone doth show that I am that same wall. The truth is so. And this the cranny is, bright and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
If thou desirest lion and hair to speak better,
It is the wittiest partition that ever I heard discourse, my lord.
Pyramus draws near the wall. Silence!
Oh, Oh, grim looks night. Oh, night with hue so black. Oh, night, which ever art when day is not. Oh, night! Oh, night! Alack! 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 I fear my Thisby's promise is forgot. And thou, oh wall, oh sweet, oh lovely wall, that standest between her father's ground and mine. And thou, O wall, oh sweet, oh lovely wall, show me thy chink to blink through with mine eye. Thanks, courteous wall. Jove shield thee well for this. But what see I? No Thisby do I see. Oh, wicked wall, cursed be thy suit for thus deceiving me.
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
No, in truth, sir, he should not. Deceiving me is Thisby's cue. She is to enter now, and I am to spy her through the chink. You shall see it will fall pat as I told you. Yonder she comes.
Ah, wall, for often hast thou heard my moans, for parting my fair Pyramus and me. My cherry lips have often kissed thy stones, my stones with lime and hand hid up in thee.
I see a voice! Now, will I to the chink to spy, and I can hear my Thisby's face. Thisby!
Thou art my love, I think.
Think what thou wilt. I am thy lover's grace, and like Lymander am I trusty still.
And I like Helen till the fates me kill.
Not Shackleless to Procris was so true.
As Shackleless to Procris, I do you.
Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
I kiss the wall's hole, not your lips at all.
Wilt thou at Ninny's tomb meet me straightway?
Tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
Thus have I, wall, my part discharged so, and being done, this wall way doth go.
Now the wall down between two neighbors.
No remedy, my lord, when walls are so willful to hear without warning.
This is the silliest stuff that ever I heard.
You ladies, whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on the floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here, when lion rough and wild as rage doth roar. Then known I, as snug the joiner am, a lion's fell, nor else a lion's dam. For if I should, as lion come in strife, into this place, 'twere pity on my life.
A very gentle beast, and of a good conscience.
The very best at a beast, my lord, that e'er I saw.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon present. This lanthorn doth the horned moon present. Myself the man in the moon do seem to be.
I am weary of this moon. When do it change?
Proceed, moon.
All that I have to say is to tell you that the lanthorn is the moon, I the man in the moon, this thorn bush my thorn bush, and this dog my dog.
This is all Ninny's tomb. Where is my love?
Well roared, lad.
Well run, Thisby.
Well shown, moon. Truly the moon shines with good grace.
Well moused, lion.
And then came Pyrrhus.
So the lion vanished.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. For by thy gracious, golden, glittering gleams, I trust to take of truest Thisbe sight. But stay! Oh, spite! But mark, poor knight, what dreadful dole is here? Eyes, do you see? How can it be? Oh, dainty duck! Oh dear, thy mantle good? What? Stained with blood? Approach, ye furies fell! Oh, wait! Come, come, cut, thread, and thrum! Quell, crush, conclude, and quell!
My heart, I pity the man.
Oh, wherefore, nature didst thou, lion's frame, since lion vile hath here deflowered, my dear, which is, no, which was the fairest dam that lived, that loved, that liked, that looked with cheer. Oh, come tears, confound, out, sword and wound the pap of Pyramus. I, that left pap, where heart doth hop. Now I die, thus. Now am I dead. Now am I fled. My soul is in the sky. Come, lose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Now die.
How chance is moonshine gone before the Thisbe comes back and finds her lover?
She will find you by starlight.
I hope she'll be brief.
Asleep, my love? What? Dead, my dove? Oh, Pyramus, arise! Speak, quite dumb. Dead? A tomb must cover thy sweet eyes, these lily lips, this cherry nose, these yellow castle cheeks are gone. Lovers make moan, his eyes were green as leaves. Oh, sisters three, come to me, with hands as pale as milk, lay them in gore, with your short shears his thread of silk. Tongue, not a word. Come, trusty swords, lay my breast in brew. Farewell, my friends, thus Thisbe ends.
Will it please you to hear the epilogue?
No epilogue, I pray you. Slang needs no excuse. The iron tongue of midnight hath struck 12. Lovers, to bed! 'Tis nearly fairy time. A fortnight hold we in solemnity of nightly revels and neutrality.
Now the hungry lion roars, and the wolf behowls the moon, whilst the heavy plowman snores how with weary tasks were done. Now the wasted brands do glow, whilst the screech owl, screeching loud, puts the wretch that lies in woe in remembrance of a shroud. Now it is the time of night, that the graves all gaping wide. Everyone lets forth his sprite in the pathways, terraceways paths to glide. And we fairies, that do run by the triple Hecate's team from the presence of the sun, following darkness like a dream, now our frolic. Not a mouse shall disturb this hallowed house. I'm sent with broom before to sweep the dust behind the door.
Through the house give glimmering light, by the dead and drowsy fire, every elf and fairy sprite hop as light as bird from briar. In this ditty after me, sing and dance it trippingly.
First rehearse our song by rote, to each word a warbling note. Hand in hand with fairy grace, we will sing and bless this place.
Now until the break of day, through this house each fairy stray. To the best bride bed will we, which by us shall blessed be. There shall all the couples three ever true in loving be. With this field do, consecrate, every fairy take their gate, and through each several chamber bless, through this palace with sweet peace. Trip away, make no stay. Meet me all by break of day.
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear. And this weak and idle thing, no more yielding but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. And as I am an honest puck, if we have unearned luck, now to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long, else the puck a liar call. So good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.
There